Hello everyone and welcome to my coloring corner. Excuse me. Um, Today is Wellness Wednesday and we are going to be continuing with our Alexandra Deneman picture that we started on Saturday, and we will hopefully finish this up today. As many of you know, Shannon Chapa Hayes creates and produces some wonderful cups. And these are a really lovely, lovely cup. This one I had created for my husband. It says, I color too. I just do it with plastic. And it's got all the filament that he uses for 3D printing on it. And it's just gorgeous. It's like, I watched her do it and I still don't, just still don't get it. But yeah, she did a fantastic job. I had her make this for my husband's birthday, but I gave it to him early so I could show you guys. And of course, I had to buy one for myself. So I bought one for myself, and the only thing I told her to put on it was my slogan of relax, color, and stay safe. I told her to do with it what she wanted and to choose what she thought suited me. And she created this beautiful teal cup. It has a border with a beautiful purple rose and a fairy. She knows me so well. And it's just gorgeous. I've got it full of water right now, and I'm tipping it all over the place, and it's not spilling, so it's awesome. But yeah, it's just gorgeous. The seam is almost invisible. It's just absolutely fantastic. I love it. Love it. Love it. It is pretty. It is just so pretty. Hey, Christina. Now I'm going to say hello to everybody. I was just so excited about the cups. I forgot to say hello to everybody. Hello, Wickabella. Hello, Davissa. Hello, Tara Lynn. Hello, Christina. Yeah, I got all excited about my cup. But yeah, if you want to see her cups and things that she produces, there is a link below the video to her website. So make sure you take a look. They're not expensive for what they are. So, and it comes with a straw, and she even sent some lovely little candies that I gave my husband. So, hey Jen! And I put ice water in this, like when I first got it, I washed it out and I put ice water in it. And the next day, I went to put more ice water in it, and the ice was still frozen. It still had ice in it. It was awesome. I apologize if I'm a little bit nasally. I have a bit of a cold, I think. So we will be coloring this, and of course we are still using the Arteza markers. One thing I have noticed with the Arteza markers, coloring the lady that I colored, this one here, I do color in Discord, and this was done in Discord. And I did notice that there's a couple of times that they went sploosh on me. So be careful of that. But so far they work really good on this Express It paper. I also used them on this fellow here, also done on Discord. And they didn't sploosh so much on him, but the spread is a little more with the cardstock. This is just the Nina 67 pound or 65 pound cardstock. And it didn't spread as bad as it does in the coloring books, but it did spread a little bit. So I have finished two pictures off camera. And if you watched my video yesterday, I was working in a coloring book with the Ohuhu pastel markers. And I did get this finished. This is just the base coat. I will be doing some more on this next Tuesday. Sploosh, yes, it is a technical term. I will be working more on this next Tuesday with colored pencils over top of markers. So stay tuned for that. So I have been working. Yes, it is in the book. So as you may have noticed with the video yesterday, I was showing the differences between coloring on cardstock, the Express It alcohol marker paper, and in the coloring book. But yes, you need to get a new cup then, Christina. Yeah, it's bad when your cup goes missing. Yes, I bought my husband one just because, and I'm glad that she put the pretty girly stuff on it so that my kids won't steal it. Otherwise, I'd have the same problem, Christina. But as I was saying, with the coloring book paper, when you're coloring in a coloring book, you just have to be really careful how close to the line you get. If you go too close to the line, it's just going to bleed off the line and extend your picture a little bit further than you wanted it to be. Yeah, exactly. I'm really glad that she put the pretty girly things on it because my boys will stay away from it then. That's awesome, Christina. It's very possible. You'll get your coloring book. You'll get your water cup back when. I love it. I love it. Love it. Love it. I love it. It's fantastic. It's so pretty. And Bob likes his. He showed it off to all of his friends too, and it's fantastic. I gave it to him early because it's not his birthday yet, but I wanted to show you guys. So. And hi, Shannon. They are awesome. I love them. Love them, love them, love them, love them. And hopefully I got your website right. I posted it below the video, so. Hey, Calamity. How is everyone? I hope everyone is doing well. Hey there, Crashes. I'm horrible, horrible with that. If I order something more than 10 days before his birthday or more than 10 days before Christmas, he will have it before, like, when it comes in. It just happens. But he's going away for his birthday, so. Yeah, absolutely gorgeous work as always. And I love how seamless, how just absolutely perfect you got those seams. They're just wonderful. Fantastic. And I love the fact that it doesn't leak. Awesome, Calamity. Oh dear. That's a question. I need to know the answer for that. I'm going to switch you over to the close-up camera. No problem at all, Sherry. Welcome. Hello. Absolutely. Absolutely. If Monya is still running, I do not blame you at all. I love her work. Absolutely love her work. So as you guys know, I changed the time for my stream to an hour later because Monya Gates streams. I am not in Canada. I am in the US now, but I used to be in Canada. Hey there, Mackie. I was born and raised in British Columbia. Oh my goodness. Okay, I gotta scroll up. Okay, you're gonna have to tell me more about this one. Well, I am Canadian. I just live in the US. I married a US citizen, so I became a US citizen. But I am Canadian. I need to know more about this one, Christina. It sounds funny. All right, so we're going to start on this one, and we're going to do it a lovely yellow. Yes. Okay, so we're going to use star yellow and awesome. Well, I wish I could get my dog in the freezer to cool her off because a fan doesn't help. I don't want that one. I want. Trying to find the yellow I want. Um, and I need my scratch paper. There we go. I think it's that one I want. Deep frozen puppy. Yeah. Okay. Absolutely. All right, so we're going to work with star yellow, sapphire yellow, and narcissus. 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 I know it's a flower. That's all I know. All right, and we're going to start on with the narcissus. We're going to do the whole thing. Now with this, because it is the Express It, I am able to go right up to the edge and not worry about the spread. I'm not worried about making it absolutely perfect because we'll be going over it with other colors. Narcissus, yes. Thank you. Then we're going to go in with the sapphire. I think we're going to add a bit of orange to it too, down here at the base. And then we're going to go in with some star yellow. I know it just all looks yellow at this point. Doesn't look like there's much of a variation, but once it dries it will. And then we're going to actually take a little bit of cheddar orange. Hello, Marilyn. Absolutely, lurk away, drive carefully. And then I'm just going to go in with some cheddar orange down here at the base. And in here. And then we're going to take a little bit of persimmon orange for the little doodad in here. And then we're going to go over it with the narcissus yellow again. Well, thank you. Believe me, the paper helps. I'm really surprised how much difference the paper makes. All right, now we're going to go in with some greens and do the greenery there. Hello, Alex. All right, so we're going to start with pomelo green. Going up into the yellow a bit. And I think I need this one. And then we're going to go in with a bit of jungle green. Shadowy areas. Yes, it isn't overly complicated, which works fantastic for markers, especially if you're not very good with them or very proficient with them. I won't say good because you can do well with a bit of practice. And that's basically all I'm doing at this point is just practicing because I'm not extremely proficient with them. Okay. So there's our yellow. Now we're going to do a blue purple. So we're going to take the Persian purple, a little bit of lilac, and I need, we all know which color I'm looking for, but do you think I could find it? No. I need, no. Where is my blue? No. There it is, periwinkle. So we're going to use periwinkle, a little bit of genie blue, lilac, and Persian purple. And we're going to start with periwinkle. And I think we're going to do this big one up here. And I am tending to lean towards using the brush markers more because I just prefer the brush markers. I'm not a huge fan of the bullet and chisel nibs. Keep a piece of paper next to you, not only to test your markers, but if you see that there's a lot of ink going down suddenly at once, you're going to want to dab it on a piece of paper away from where you're working because it will let out a lot of ink suddenly at one time, and we don't want that. All right, so once again, that was PB09, which is periwinkle. And then we're going to go in with Genie Blue, which is PB23. And I know it's a really stark contrast, but it will be toned down with the other colors. And then we're going to use Persian Purple. And I'm going to grab a clean piece of paper. But I don't want it to be one of my expensive papers, so I'm just going to grab. There we go. Just so it absorbs a bit of the ink as it goes through, so that we don't end up with a pool of ink behind the page, which causes issues. Okay. Well then. Thank you, Wicca. And that is why normally I have it shut off so that people that aren't subscribers can't chat. And I forgot to turn it off. So as you can see, you can put a lot of colors down on this. And get a pretty good blend. Of course, I'm not on screen. Sorry, guys. I pushed it up when I put the paper under. Yes, absolutely. Block them. Okay, so it seems that it cannot be blocked. So let's report them. Report. Okay. Oh, sorry. I didn't mean to remove that, Shannon. I went to hit the one before you and it jumped. Remove. Sorry, Shannon. Yeah, this is ridiculous. Hold on a sec. Let's see. I am going to see if I can turn that on. Hold on. Channel dashboard. Let's see if I can turn on that thing while we're live. All right. Okay. So that should eliminate that. Sorry about that, guys. Yes, I deleted the wrong one. I'm so sorry. I'm horrible. So I'm going back through with the periwinkle and just cleaning it all up. Yeah, exactly. I was just trying to remove it. I'm sorry. Yeah, that would not have been good. I would have some explaining to do. Oh, I'm sorry, Shannon. I only time you out in Discord crashes. Absolutely. Mark that one off your bucket list, Shannon. Comment got deleted in a stream. Yes, I gave Crashes PTSD for being timed out. It was horrible. And I was only kidding when I did it. Flick, 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 flick. All right. We're moving along. Hello, Dana. Yes, you have come in late, but that's okay. We're never late. So even though I put a lot of ink down, it didn't bleed through as much as I thought it was going to. But I didn't want a pool underneath the paper, so let's get started on some of these eggs. I think I want to make a pretty yellow one. Absolutely not a problem at all, Dana. Welcome. I'm glad to see you here. So we're going to do this one in a yellow. So this one is a lime pulp yellow. It's a very light yellow. I'm just going to put it down first. It has a bit of a green tinge to it. trying to visualize where I want what colors where. And of course my printer has given me some extra lines to play with, so. All right. Well, that doesn't look right, but that's okay. We'll fix it. And then we're going to go in with the star yellow. We're going to darken this area here. And this area down here, just so it doesn't match that too much. Dion! Happy birthday, Dion! Happy birthday! Dion, this is your birthday song. It is not very long. Happy birthday. Yay! And that is Emily's birthday song. Yes, I did borrow it. Now we're going in with sapphire yellow. And we're just going to touch up the shadow area here. And I know that's not the way Emily does it, but I'm not very good at it. I hope you have had a wonderful birthday. Just, And I'm going through at this point with cheddar orange. Just adding those little dots. And then we're going to add some pink. So we're going to use some Aurora pink. For this part here. And it is a good name. It's an awesome name for orange. And we're going to use some dahlia pink. Well, I'm glad you're here. And then we're going to add some blues. So we're going to add some sky blue. And I think I'm going to put it here too. And we're going to take that. Well, it doesn't take a lot to do a good Easter, Christina. Some markers, a couple of boiled eggs, and you're good to go. Just make sure you hide them well. Well, I hope she did, because that'd be cool. And we're going to go with a bit lighter blue. We're going to go with a baby blue. On the flowers up here. And we're going to take a little tiny bit darker and put in some that should be fun. I don't have any grandbabies, so I don't have to worry about doing that. So I'm just adding a little bit of denim blue, and then I will add the baby blue again to blend it in. Like so. And then we have an egg. And it looks like I am needing to go over the yellow with some lime yellow because I have some white spots. So if you find that you have some white spots, just go over it. Just remember to go over the whole area, especially if it's a small area, so that you don't end up with any lines. Like so. Well, you have a 9-year-old. She's going to have to learn how to do diapers sooner or later, right? How else is she going to babysit? Exactly. You're all big babies. All right, so I'm going to go in with some pastel blue on this one. We're going back to some of the flowers because, you know. So I'm not worried too much about any sort of lines or anything else because we're going to be going back over it and cleaning it up. This is just the first coat. That's awesome. And then we're going to go in with Persian purple. Yeah, exactly. We all start in diapers and end in diapers. Sooner or later, we're going to be doing diapers. Oh dear. Rain and thunder. Yuck. Just adding a little bit of lilac. And going over the line, so we're going to clean that up. Because I went over the line. Is that the only place I went over the line? Yeah. If it's just a little bit, I don't worry about it, but that was pretty big. uh, she she she's been going through and telling people all over the world to hold her beer. So now I'm just going back over it with the pastel blue and blending it all together. Oh, that is possible. Yeah, she's hit menopause this year. A short trip. Just going to add a bit of the persimmon. And then we're going to do our greens. So we're going to start off with mantis green. And go into the flower. And I think the last two we're going to do white, which might be a little difficult, but we'll try. It's not a short trip for me. It's a short trip for me too. There, Jan. Yeah. And then I'm going to go back over it with the mantis green, blending it in. Not too worried about the green going over the lines because we'll be doing the green on the on the ground. It'll just blend in there. I'm always going crazy. It's a very, very short trip for me. Alright, so now we're going to do this one here in white. So we're going to take pomelo green. Let's check. Yeah, pomelo green. And we're just going to go up the edges in the bottom here. Like so. And that's all it takes to do white. I am using the Arteza Everblend art markers. I have been using little bits of the bullet nibs, but I am mainly using the brush markers. So we're doing our white ones here. And the white ones are very simple. It's just adding a little bit of green. Now you can go through and blend out the edges. So if you have any edges that need to be blended out, you can do that with the blender pen and lighten some edges if you need to. But quite literally all you need is that little bit of green at your base. And I'm using Express It cardstock marker paper, blending stock. For the paper. And we're going to use our green, so we're going to use our mantis green. Yeah, they are really nice markers, but every once in a while they have a tendency to do a little bit of a bloop, and you have to be careful of how much ink is coming out of the tip. I haven't had it happen today, but it has happened. I was able to fix it, thankfully. But it of course happens when you're almost finished a page, when you don't want it to happen. I was almost finished the page and it went bloop. Yes, Oregon always has lots of rain. So I'm just adding the green here. So I'm using mantis green and jungle green. The jungle green for the shadow areas. And then I'm going to blend it in with the mantis green. Just softening that edge a little. And like I said, I am not a master with markers. If you know a better way of using them, let me know. Point me in the direction of any videos, that sort of thing. I am always willing to learn new things and new tricks and that sort of thing. I have watched Belinda quite a bit, and I have watched Poet Spice quite a bit, and quite a few others, and Emily, and those sorts of things. Emily I watch quite a bit because she uses the Arteza markers quite a bit, so I have been watching her Arteza marker videos, and I think I'm doing okay. I don't know. I've never used Canson. Comparative to, say, the Nina cardstock that I use or that sort of thing, um, it it's night and day. Blending on this paper for markers is fantastic. I don't have to worry about bleed out. I don't have to worry about any of that issue um, with this paper, which is fantastic. And I can definitely see why people say to use marker paper because, yeah, it does make a difference. I will be buying some other marker papers if you have any suggestions. Um, yes, I have actually taken them, Marilyn, as well. I do try, but I used to get really frustrated with using markers because I was trying to use them on coloring books. And it took a long time for me to learn the tricks of using markers in a coloring book. And it took a lot of different frustrations. And a lot of I prefer pencils discussions. But I have learned quite a bit. And like I said, I do watch um, a lot of the people that are just phenomenal with them. Um, and a ton of different YouTubers. I can't list them all because it would take me forever because there are so many that are really, really good with markers. And yes, Corey from Colorfully Optimistic is fantastic. Okay, yeah, that'd be cool. That'd be awesome. Okay, so Canson. I'll have to look it up, Sherry. Alright, so I'm going to do another egg. Well, we've got 3 eggs left and the background. Do you guys want to see what it looks like full up? So there we are so far in full view with all of our flowers. The white ones here does have some green on them, as you can see there. And we've got these 3 eggs to do, and then we've got the grass, and then we're going to be all finished this picture. Thank you. So I'm going to switch it back over to the close-up, and we'll color some more eggs. So what color do you think we should do this one? So I've chosen the colors for these ones. You guys choose this color. Throw out some colors. I don't care if they're contrast. Just whatever. Throw me out something. Birthday girl. Where's my birthday girl? There we go. So pink. So we're going to do a base of pink. What color of pink? Neon. hot pink. Okay. Let's see if we have a hot pink here. We have deep pink. There's my hot pink. Ballerina pink. That's a good one. All right. So we're going to start with hot pink. So this one is going to be for the birthday girl. And I don't have a brush marker in hot pink, so we're going to use the bullet. All right. All right, Dana, have fun. Thank you for stopping in. I appreciate you. So as you can see with the bullet nib, it does take a little bit more patience to fill in a space. You can definitely use your chisel nib, but with such a small space, I find that it is a little bit more difficult to use. But as long as you keep your ends wet, you won't have any major lines or anything like that. All right, so we've got hot pink there. All right, so let's see, we're going to use our ballerina pink on this area here. So this one's going to be all pink colors. Just because it's Dion's birthday. It's Dion's birthday egg. It's Dion's birthday egg. And then we're going to use bubble gum down here. And up here. And then we're going to add just a touch of purple. Well, actually we'll use a little bit of, yeah, we're going to use a little bit of pink purple here. So we're going to use Acai purple, or Acai. We're going to use this purple. It is number P01. It's a very pinky purple. Reddy purple. It's very pretty purple. It's a great contrast to the pink. I'm going to go around this just to give it a bit of a breakup of the pinks so that they're not so blended together like that. And then we're going to take some yellow Hi, Celine. How are you, dear? We're going to take sapphire yellow. We're going to do this part of the flower. And then we're going to take cheddar orange. Oh, goodness. Well, you be careful, Wicca. And there we have a pink egg. And now for this one up here, let's see, what colors? Pick a color, any color, I'll work with it. Oh, goodness, both of you be safe. All of you be safe. No, Dion, you already got a pink one. Green and purple. Okay. So let's start with um, Persian purple. Surprised you didn't say black and yellow crashes. Alright, so going in with the Persian purple. That's going to be our base color. And then down here. And then we're going to go in with lilac. Okay, I think we want this part here. Exactly. I need one of those. And then we're going to go in with the, oh, not that one, wisteria. And then down here. Now, if I did them all the way my kids would do them, they'd all be black. I am drinking water from my lovely, lovely cup. My lovely cup that Shannon made me. My lovely cup. It's so pretty. Yes, I did purchase it. And of course, if you want to purchase one, the link is to her website is down below the video. Because she's perfect. She picked all of the things out for me, and it was awesome. Going in with some cheddar. I know you said green, but I didn't want to do green. I'll do green on the other one. And we're going to go with some baby blue for the flower. Well, they are definitely worth the purchase because they're beautiful. And if you want to, you can watch her, put it together and print it, or not print it, create it. It's awesome. I wanted mine to be a surprise. So. But I saw her do my husband's. I couldn't talk during it, but I was there. Saw it. Alright. I hate migraines. They really suck the life out of you. Just blending it back in with the lighter blue. And there we have it. There is the purple one. Celine! Selena! We love the Miss Celine. Now we're going to do this one green. And we're going to start with what's this one? Aurora green. It is gorgeous. I love it. I'll show everybody again at the end of the stream. Just because they're fantastic. And then down here with the Aurora green as well. Trying to remember to keep a difference between the greens that I'm going to use for the grass. Then we're going to go in with some pea green. Aw. Feel better, dear. And thank you. The cup is gorgeous, though. The picture itself is coming along. And then we're going to do one more green. And I think we're going to do this one. A little bit of lime green. And then we'll add some oranges. Ugh. Celine, I hope you feel better soon, dear. I think I'm starting to come down with one myself. I keep on getting the sniffles and sneezing. It's either that or else the allergies are just kicking in really bad. But all I want to do is sleep and cough and sneeze. I don't like it. Oh, that's good. I'm glad you're feeling better. You didn't give it to me. No, you did not. Okay, now we're going to go in with some tangerine. And then I'm going to actually add a little bit of, excuse me, Twilight Mauve for the flower. Just to make it contrast. No, it wasn't you, dear. It was my kid. I'm going to switch over to the main camera so you can see. So that's what we have so far. I'll show you the cup because it looks better in full screen. It says relax, color, and stay safe. And it has a gorgeous, gorgeous fairy. And a beautiful purple rose. And I love, love, love the frame. And the color. It's a gorgeous teal color. It's just wonderful. They're so pretty. All right, so we're going to do the grass now. And we're going to start with microgreen, I think. It's a little bit too light. No, I think microgreen might be too light. What's this one? Grape green might be too dark. No, it's alright. So we're going to start with grape green. Well, yeah, I told her. And she probably knew it anyway, but I told her to surprise me with the design. But I did tell her what I would like on it. So I'm using the medium chisel here just because I want to color quickly in the whole area. I'm going to switch you back over to the close-up so you can actually see what I'm doing. We will be adding other colors. This is just the base color. And just trying to do the main areas. And then we'll flip it over and we'll get up closer. So in your smaller areas, the brush comes in quite handy. So does the nib. All right. And then trying to make things straight is always a pain in the butt. But try to keep your edges wet on what you're doing so that you don't get too many lines. But like I said, I'm not overly concerned about that because this is just the base color. I will be adding other colors to it. It kind of looks like a mess at this minute, but it won't, hopefully. Hopefully it'll clean up. Well, actually, it normally would be. Like I said, the paper does do a lot of that work for you. And with the different chisels, you can turn them and make a smaller point with them and that sort of thing as well. So if you only have a bullet and a chisel, you can utilize that chisel as a smaller edge as well as a large edge. Now, if I was not just coloring this as a base coat, I would not suggest doing a large area like this all at once. But because this is just a base coat for me, I will be adding other colors to it and cleaning it up a little as I go. But if I was just completing everything as I went, I would be mixing the colors all in together at the same time. I have not heard anything about the refill bottles, but I do know that they replace markers and have the refills of the nibs now. So hopefully soon they will be adding the refill um, bottles of ink as well. All right. Alright, so we're going to start off with some Aurora Green. In our little nippy little grass bits there. And we're going to be grabbing our mantis green as well. So we're going to take our mantis green and we're going to blend that in. Like so. And then we're going to take our grape green again. And this is where it starts getting to be a blending game. Getting those colors to look like they're meant to be all together. And we're going to take cucumber green and we're going to go into the deeper shadow area here. And then we're going to take our grape green again, spreading that out. Just gradually building that color and spreading it out. Then up here we're going to use the mantis green again in these little spot areas. And we're going to blend that out with our grape green. Like so. And then the next area, we've got some dots there, so we're going to go in with the mantis green again, putting in the dots. And going through with the grape. Now I want to put in a little bit of the cucumber green down here. Blending it out with a little bit of the mantis green. And then going over it with our grape green. Same within here. Just flicking it out. And our mantis green. And then our grape green. Going in with the mantis green. A little bit of the cucumber. blending that cucumber down a little. And then our mantis green. Let's not grab the wrong one this time. And our mantis green. So as you can see, I'm just now doing the little dots for the grass areas and blending them out with our grape green. Keeping that edge a little wet. And coming down here and blending that out too. Oh no! Alright, now we're coming back into another area where there's some darker egg area. So we're going to come in with the cucumber. And then our mantis. And then our grape. Once again, I'm going to grab our mantis. Doing the little dot areas here. And blending them all in. Did I miss Monya? Hey Monya! Welcome, welcome, darling. Absolutely gorgeous stream as always. I love how yours is looking. Mine was looking a little red. I say that because when the picture that Monia is coloring right now on her YouTube channel, on her streams, is the same one that I colored when she was visiting us. And I was doing it the red because of the red challenge, the color challenge that was going on the Facebook group at the time, and I chose red as my color challenge. Nothing, not anything to do with my, me following her or anything, because she's a better teacher than that. But it's absolutely gorgeous, Monia. Still just going back and forth with the mantis green and the grape green. Oh dear, I hope not. Oh dear. Rinka, are you still there, hun? Alex is very sorry. She did not mean to delete your message. Oh, good. Well, Rinka, thank you very much for staying. She did not mean to delete your message. I apologize for her if you can't see her apologizing profusely. Gives whole new meaning to butt dial. Butt delete. You were looking at marker paper, okay. The marker paper that I'm using here is called Express It. Yes, absolutely. I'm glad you're still here. This is called Express It. It's Copic Express It, and I find that it works really, really well. I have not tried other marker papers, but I have heard that there's a Hammer Hill that works really well. Um, some of the other ladies that deal more in markers may be able to give you a better information on marker specific paper. Uh, Colorfully Optimistic is a great resource when it comes to anything marker related. Oh, okay. Okay, yeah. I didn't see the oh hoo hoo marker paper. I just wrote all over my desk. So, as you all know, it is my birth month, and on the 20th, which is a Wednesday, will be my birthday. So, I hope you guys all come and hang out and celebrate my birthday with me. I would so appreciate it. It would be so cool to hang out with all of you guys for my birthday. Ooh, German chocolate. Why are you guys talking about things I can't eat? I want German chocolate cake now. I'm going to have to make myself a cake now. I can't make German chocolate, but... Alright. So we're almost all done with the green space here. Just putting in the final little dips and bits here. Now with the little dot areas, all I'm doing is I'm just doing little dots from the tip of the mantis green, and then I'm blending it in with the grape green. I think my grape green is getting a little low. It's a good thing I'm almost done. Awesome! Happy anniversary! That's cool. And happy birthday to your daughter. That's awesome too. Good night, Rinka. Thank you so much for stopping in and hanging out. I appreciate you. I'm so glad you came over and hung out. And I'm going to blend this in. And last but not least, we've got a bit of an egg here. So we've got a bigger shadow. So we're going to use that cucumber green. And then we're going to use our lighter green here. So that's the mantis green. And then we're going to use the grape green. Blend it all together. Alright, so I'm going to switch you on over to the close-up as soon as I put all these lids back on, because I look like Edward Scissorhands here. With all the markers all over. Alright, so I'm going to switch you over to the main. Now we're going to do the sky here in a minute. It is on the 20th, yes. Yeah, I bet it's been an interesting ride. 22 years, that's Gotta have some stories to go with that. Edward Marker Hands, yes. Yes, I was being Edward Marker Hands. All right, so now we're going to do the sky. And I'm just going to come up just a little ways above the awesome Sherry. Let's switch you back over to the close-up. Now we're just going to come up above the flowers just a little bit here. So we're going to start with sky blue first. Actually, no, yeah, no, yeah, no, yeah, no. Actually, we're going to start with the lighter color first. So we're going to start with baby blue first. Let's check and see if that's lighter. Because I know sky blue is pretty bright. Yeah, it's definitely lighter. Okay. All right. Trying to get into those areas without going over them. So I'm using the chisel just so I can fill this in quickly to try to keep the lines down to a minimum. Just remember to keep your area wet, and you shouldn't have too many lines. And then we're going down in here, trying to get as close as I can to the flower. Without going over it a whole lot. I am not good at making straight lines, so this is probably not even close to straight. So I'm just saturating as much as I can. And it seems that my marker is not liking it very much. Yeah, this is one of those times that you want your marker to be juicy, and mind is deciding, yeah, no, I'm not going to be juicy right now. Yes, I know. So what I want to do with this guy is blank it out in the blue first. And then we're going to add some clouds. So once we get the blue in here, we're going to add some clouds. As long as my blue decides to be nice to me. That's the great thing about doing skies with markers, is that not all skies are just blue. So you can have that variation in your color and not worry about it too much. All right. Now we're getting down into the dirt a little. And I'm just going right down into the grass just a little bit. And we'll be adding some darker blue down there as well. The main thing that you always want to remember with your markers is keep that edge wet. So if you're going in here where it's already dry, wet it down a little and then continue into it. All right. Alright, so now what we're going to do is I'm going to switch you over to the main camera here so you can see what I mean by the differences in the blues. And I'm just going to bring up a little bit of this darker blue into these areas here, blending it with my lighter blue. is causing a bit of a line there where it joins into the ground, basically. And then we're going to take our grape green here, and we're just going to clean up those edges a little, like so. All right, come over here. And going. And then this. And here we go. Okay, so there's our cloud or our sky area. Let's make sure I get my... Now, in order to make clouds, we need the blender pen. The blender! So, with the blender pen, take your chisel end, and push that blue through the page. And once it dries, it'll come up a little more of a it'll come up more of a cloud. You can also do this with, say, your gray blue, just on the edges, just to give it that gray blue cloud look. And the more you put the blender on. Sometimes you need to do it a couple of times, let it dry, and then put it through again. You can do this with a template, which is probably, going to be prettier, or just freehand it. And the more you go over it, let it dry and go over it, the lighter the area will become. And I don't like the way that looks there, so I'm just going to fix it. So I'm just going to come back down through here with my lighter blue and fix it. Alright, so there is our picture. I know it's not straight. It kind of goes like this. But like I said, I couldn't draw a straight line if my life depended on it. So with blender pens, as I'm finding out, let's grab actually the Hoo-Hoo blender pen because it is a brush nib and I do like it a little bit better than the Arteza bullet nib one. So there's a couple of different things that you can do with blender pens. Like for instance, you can take your blender pen and lay it down first. And let's say we're going to go in here and we're going to connect to this area here. So if I take my blender pen and put in that area there, I can go in with my green and tie into it fairly easily. And when it dries, that line should tie in fairly simple. So when that dries, this area here should be close to the same color as the rest of the area. You can also use your blender pen. Let's grab this one here. This is just a test page that I was playing with. So you can use your blender pen, say you fill out your area. I'll switch you over to the close-up so you can see what I'm doing. Fill your area with your blender pen. This is on the Express It. And then you can say take your purple and your dark purple and then take your blender and move that around to fill in the space. I think that dark purple was a little too dark. But as you can see into the purple, I can blend this blue quite simply and pull that purple into the blue. You can also use your marker to marker effect where you can dull out your marker. As you can see, it's getting white, and do light to dark. Or you can add it onto your marker and just use your marker. So there's all sorts of things that you can do. Depends upon the application, depends upon what you're using it for. If you're trying to spread the marker, like let's do this spot here where it's not going to pick up the ink from. So if you're going to try to spread the marker and have it spread really, really lightly, you lay it down first. If you're trying to connect the markers together and you've already got the marker down, you can lay that down and then lay the next color on top. A lot easier. And blend them together like that. If you don't want a dulling of the color, like a lightening of the color, use your marker to marker. Like you use the light marker first, and then where'd the blue one go? And then you go right over top of it with the blue, like that. So if you want a gradual dulling or lightening of your color, so say you're, oh, that's the wrong thing. Where's my lid here? I'm running out of, got lids and markers everywhere. Hold on a sec. Okay, so say we have a really dark color. So we have wisteria purple here. So I'm going to put down a heavy layer of the marker, the blender marker. And then I'm going to take a layer of the wisteria right over top of that blender. And then I'm going to take the blender and I'm going to bring it out. So it gives you that washed out, almost watercolor effect to what you're looking at. And then you can add some blue to it and blend those two together. And you can spread them out this way. I do find that it's something to play with. I don't use them a lot unless I'm trying to get a blend to bleed together more. I don't have much experience with them either. I just play with them. But I do find that they bleed out really nicely and very easily controlled bleed if you use your blender. Now, if you're going to do this on, say, a paper that doesn't accept marker very well, like a coloring book page or something like that, do a test area. Like, do a really fine test area. Test out how far it's going to bleed. Just by putting down a couple of dots on your paper, you can see how far it's going to bleed. So basically you just put it down and you watch how far it's going to spread. Yes, it does push it around, especially on marker paper. On coloring book paper and that sort of thing, it'll press it, move it around, but it also dulls it out. So it's easily erased. So if it's something that you've put down first, it will erase it. It will push it right through the page. If I had another page behind here, I could probably push that all the way through to another page and it'll be erased. Sometimes you gotta let it dry and push it through again. But yes, if you put it down first and put down a really good layer of it and then add your color. So let's say we're going to take this one here. And we're going to take this one here. No problem. You can move them together like that. Just always remember to wipe your blender pen off before putting it away because it will stain. And sometimes it can end up picking up the black from your drawings and that sort of thing. All right, so let's get past the mess I've just made, and we'll take a look at the picture. And as you can see, as these dry, it becomes whiter, giving us that cloud effect. And there is our Easter picture, all filled out. I will even it up. I will add some more green and even it up, or I'll trim it and make it all even. And this is done by Alexandra Denneman. The art is from a book called Hello Spring. It is available on her Etsy page, so I will try to remember to post a link for that in the description below. If I do forget, it is available in the description of Saturday, Start Over Saturday, for the start of the month. I did list all of the pictures that we're coloring this month. All right, guys. With that, I want to say thank you all very much for joining me. Thank you all very much for your questions. I hope they were at least helpful in my answers. Like I said, I'm not extremely fantastic with markers. It is something that I am just learning along with you. I do play with them and pick up different things while I'm playing that I will be passing on to you. Hopefully they're helpful and not hindering. Like I said, there are so many people out there in the YouTube forums that are really good with markers. Colorfully Optimistic Corey is one of those people. Belinda from Color with Faithful Girl 1979, I do believe her name is also fantastic. I know I said her name wrong the other day, and I apologize, Belinda. Another one is Emily Illustrates. Emily Illustrator. She is also fantastic, especially with the Everblend markers. Thank you, Celine. I appreciate you. Yes, thank you. 1978. Okay. So, I may not have said it wrong last time. I think I said it wrong this time. Anyway, I know them all by their first name. When you say Belinda, I know exactly who you're talking about. All right, guys, until next time, thank you all very much for watching. Of course, if you want to join us over in Discord, we do have a live room where we do hang out, chat, and color. So you are always welcome to join us there. Of course, it is a no filters required area. So if you have problems with cussing and that sort of thing, of course, you are welcome to join us in the filters required room. Until next time, guys, thank you all very much for watching. Always remember to relax, color, and stay safe. I do have a doctor's appointment tomorrow, so I may not be putting out a Thursday video, but otherwise we will see you on Friday. Until then, bye bye for now.